you just need to use the term. You don't have to explain the entire mechanism of the rolling circle. Okay, so yeah, because you must always refer to your this thing, right? Okay, so in this thing here, you only need to describe conjugation and how genetic variation takes place. That means how certain genes are actually transmitted to another or transferred to another bacteria. For example, in the antibiotic resistance, okay, multi-drug resistance, okay, not. So the focus here is not so much of the rolling circle mechanism. The main thing here is actually genetic variation. Yeah, that is what you should focus on. So that's why when you study all this, you must have your big picture. What's your big picture? You learn about eukaryotes. In eukaryotes, what are the processes that gives you genetic variation? Crossing over and the recombination. Yeah, okay. It's the random arrangement of the chromosome. Of course, the other one will be random mutation. Okay, especially point mutation as substitution, addition, deletion. Okay, and the other one is the chromosomal aberration during the separation, unequal separation, right? So you have non-disjunction. Okay, chromosomal aberration means that they're either broken, parts of it are broken, especially during crossing over. If it didn't happen properly, then you have non-disjunction, etc. So this will give variation to the organism. But of course, these two does not always end up right lah. Okay, now? So this may end up terribly wrong. But the beneficial genetic variation actually comes from crossing over. That's how they mix the linkage grouping, and then the independent assortment. So this is genetic variation that happens naturally in eukaryote. Then when it comes to prokaryote, you have three processes. Okay, transduction, transformation, and conjugation. Okay, and then in viruses, you have antigenic drift, which is mutation, and antigenic shift, which is actually assortment. Of the RNA segments. Do you remember? Okay, so these are different methods across the board in viruses, prokaryotes, eukaryotes, how good genetic variations is actually introduced so that these act as the raw material for evolution. So this is actually to prevent extinction of any species. So you constantly have variation so that you can adapt to changes in the environment. Okay, so conjugation is one of the process in prokaryote that can actually transfer genes from one to another. It is actually the better method, because if you think of transformation, you actually get bits and pieces of DNA in the environment that should go into the cell. So it may not be a complete gene, so it may not be that useful. Transduction is also accidental because you cut. So when it cut incompletely, then you only get bits and pieces on the two ends when the provirus wants to come out. So there could be mistakes there. Okay, it's also not a complete gene. But conjugation is different. It's the entire plasmid moving over. So you actually have complete genes. Okay, so you have your F plus, and then you have your F minus. Okay, so what happens here is, in this case, you're talking about the plasmid that is double-stranded. In here, there might be useful genes, antibiotic resistance gene, okay, or any other drug-resistant gene. Okay, so there could be some of these other genes. Okay, part of it may be the pilus gene or other genes, any other genes. So the whole plasmid actually carry several different genes in there. So the F plus actually forms the bridge, etc., the cytoplasmic bridge. First is the pilus, pull the F minus over until they're very, very close, and then they form the cytoplasmic bridge. Okay, so this is what you will get. Plasmid is a circular DNA. So they will never break. So there will be two circles. So what happened is, at the origin of transfer, T. This is where you can actually have the enzyme to actually nick and cut one of the strand. Okay, so when this part is cut, they will actually do what? They will separate here. Okay, so it actually detach. So they will create a nick and detach. So this is the 5' end. Transferrosome. Okay, transferrosome. Proteins are basically proteins aiding the transfer. You don't really need all this terminology. So all you need is T is where the enzyme, you always need the enzyme, will actually nick the phosphoester bond, cut the bond, and then break it so that one strand can actually detach. So you detach by breaking the hydrogen bonds between the bases. So like that. Okay, so what happened is, as this one detach, they will actually synthesize the other strand. Okay, not? So the other strand here will use this as a template to actually start synthesizing. Okay, because when they attack out the 5', so the new strand now, the 5' is there, and then they make like this. So once this one is that, the other one starts making already. So the next picture will be, okay, now, So in order to continue, they roll up. This one roll up. Okay, now? Yeah. So actually this one, as they roll, this one will be here. Okay, now? So it started here. So it will roll, 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 like driving, like the wheel like that. So as this one wheel, the new strand will form. Okay. Then after that, okay. So just now that outer strand becomes the inner strand. So just now the outer strand, okay, this is the outer strand, right? So now, just now that one, they complete this one. So they synthesize bit by bit. They synthesize a bit and then detach a bit. Okay, then synthesize a bit, detach a bit, synthesize a bit, detach a bit. So the whole thing is actually rolling. So once it's circularized, then it will start from one of the 5' end, and then it will dun, 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 dun. This is rolling. So as it synthesizes, the whole thing will roll, 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 roll. Because of the circular DNA. Okay, so a sex pilus is just a protein, but it's too long to actually allow the cytoplasm to go through. Okay or not? So they will move them. If you look at pictures, right? If you look at when they draw pictures, it's actually one cell here and then one cell next to each other like that. Yeah. So this part here is the cytoplasmic or the mating bridge. Okay, so which means that this cell now has all the genes that the other one has. So that's how they acquire what they previously don't have. Okay, not? So maybe in another plasmid, they have another antibiotic resistant gene. Now they acquire another antibiotic resistant gene. Okay, and then here is another other drug resistance gene. Okay, so they benefit because this is how they get other genes from other strains that have beneficial mutation. Okay, so if this one acquire the pilus gene, then this one now becomes an F plus also. So you can call this a donor. The other one is a recipient. So the recipient must always be F minus. Okay, they will not ask you to describe the rolling circle mechanism. Okay, because DNA replication, you just need the eukaryotic DNA replication, not the circular DNA replication. So you just need to use this term that the daughter strand, after the outer strand is removed and transferred, detached and transferred, the daughter strand is made through rolling circle mechanism. On the other side, after it's circularized, also the same, rolling circle mechanism. The main important thing is you must be able to describe conjugation properly and how the genes transfer from the donor to the recipient. So look at the question. How do they actually ask? You see the picture is actually given to you. You see or not? So pillars, you use the term pillars before they are attached. You see how they are brought close together? Now only you call this a mating bridge or a cytoplasmic bridge. That's the difference. Okay, so all these round things, they didn't label, you just call them proteins. Yeah, just proteins. Just say proteins will facilitate this whole process. Okay, so remember 5' end, then this one you can call it a signal protein. Yeah.